So let's cross to reporter Francesca De Nuccio, who has the details. Good evening, Francesca. What can you tell us?
Raina, Lucy Letby has tonight been sentenced to life in jail without parole. Last week, the 33-year-old nurse was convicted of the murder of 7 babies and the attempted murder of 6 others. It makes her the UK's most prolific child serial killer in modern times. Since the federally protected right to an abortion ended last June, 14 states have passed near total bans, while 6 others have bans with limits, ranging from 6 to 20 weeks into pregnancy.
As the Hamas-Israel war enters its 3rd week, crowds at rallies like this one have only increased. Many here today have strong links to the region and are adding their voice to calls for an end to the conflict. Rallies like this one are being held across the country in a national campaign and are the latest show of support here for Ukraine. Well, Janice, the first few passengers on board that repatriation flight have started to disembark behind me here and reunite with loved ones. And as you can imagine, lots of emotional scenes, hugs, smiles, and really just plenty of relief from those who have come out from Israel and escaped the conflict on this government-chartered flight. Around 50,000 people have taken to Sydney Harbour Bridge today, marching in solidarity to showcase a powerful message, calling for equality not only here in Australia, but for all LGBTIQ+ people around the world. It's a world away from Liverpool, but here in Australia, Eurovision parties like this one in Sydney South never fail to bring the excitement and the energy. Ricardo, that's all before the main midnight event where 58,000 individual fireworks will illuminate the Sydney skyline. 7,000 will be shot from the Harbour Bridge alone, more than 2,000 launched from the Opera House, and if that isn't enough, the remainder of the 8.5 tonnes of pyrotechnics will be launched from water platforms, pontoons and 5 city rooftops. We spoke to several other people who said they would vote no, but did not want to speak on camera. Of the around 40,000 people that live here in Orange, almost 8% are Indigenous. And while some are in strong support of a voice, others are concerned about what it might actually mean for those living in the regions. Miss Higgins was unable to recall how she ended up on the couch of her then boss, Senator Linda Reynolds, or how her dress was taken off the night of the alleged rape, but she was unable to conclusively deny she took it off herself. Earlier this year, the government's Medical Advisory Committee recommended against the screening program, partly over cost concerns, but now it's reconsidering its position. Signs of a former life linger. Flowers perched on a kitchen cupboard, a clock still hangs on the wall. But here, time is now the enemy, the survivors faced with an uncertain future. As a 5th night falls in this remote town, somehow life goes on, finding solace in prayer, but surrounded by pain. Francesca De Nuccio, SBS World News.